anywhere you can hear the podcast. And we actually do brand new content on our YouTube every single day.
Okay, nice. That sounds awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. So let me just pull up the questions. Everyone have their notepads ready?
I'm ready.
I do.
Do we have? I wish we don't have background music for this one, huh, Nick?
I don't have anything ready. I'll work on it for next week, though.
Yeah.
I'm on the road, man. Like, I don't have my soundboard.
I know you don't have a soundboard. We don't have a ding ding.
But you do have an awesome cowboy hat.
It's true.
I was watching Heartbreak and Triumph on the flight here.
With the cowboy hat on?
No, because I had headphones on and they didn't fit underneath my hat.
They don't fit over the Stetson.
Got it.
Whatever you got to do there, Brokeback Mountain.
All right.
Don't be jealous. All right. Don't be jealous.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to read the question. Everyone write down their answer. And then when you're ready to go, just remember to say your answer when I call on you, okay? Because this is also supposed to be audio, not just visual. All right. So question number 1. This WWF superstar was trained in several forms of mixed martial arts. However, he lacked microphone skills and had a deadpan personality. He made his WWF debut at the 1997 Survivor Series. He found this niche in the hardcore division and held the WWF hardcore title for several months in 2000. His brutal match at SummerSlam 2000 against Shane McMahon was especially violent. Who is this superstar? Does everyone have their answer?
I got it.
I don't know if it's right, but I got one.
All right.
Let us know.
Let's go around the horn here. Let's go Jabberjaw. What do you got?
I'm going to say Dan the Beast Severn.
That is incorrect.
All
right, TJ.
Ken Shamrock?
That is incorrect. Troy.
Steve Blackman.
That is correct. We have a correct answer there. Matt.
Steve Blackman as well, the lethal weapon.
So 2 correct answers. And Sal, we're going over to you.
Got Steve Blackman.
Steve Blackman.
Wow.
Wow.
Cowboys.
It was that last hint that gave it away for me.
You know, I was gonna say Steve Blackman, but it's funny because Steve Blackman actually was a wrestler who only got into MMA because he got sick and couldn't get into wrestling. So he was on the cusp of becoming like a professional wrestler, and he got like diverticulitis or one of those intestinal diseases, and couldn't make it to WWE. So he got into MMA in the interim.
Okay.
And then he got back into WWE when he recovered because he lost like 80 pounds because of whatever disease he caught.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
It was the no mic skills for me that gave it away.
Well, Dan never didn't have any mic skills either.
Well,
yeah.
Sal, do me a favor. Can you just keep track of everyone's score? Just do a little quick tally.
Sure.
That's why we got an intern. All right. So question number 2 for the WWE Wrestling Trivia. The Attitude Era was not for everyone, and those who couldn't make the transition soon found themselves either with other federations or out of work. One such star was this supersized heavyweight who literally steamrolled the competition in WCW from 1992 to 1994. In 1996, after his arrival, he got a heavy heel push and nearly defeated the WWF heavyweight champion Shawn Michaels. When the Attitude Era began to really get rolling, this grappler was nothing more than a glorified jobber and soon left. Who is this superstar?
Wow. That's a tough one.
I wasn't sure how I would do with this. I wasn't sure if my questions would be good because I'm not really that big in WWF, but I did a little research in Google and
It sounds very thorough, so it sounds good.
It does.
yeah, well that's the point. That's what I wanted to do. That's why I felt like I wanted Sal to do the guessing and let me do the reins on the asking.
I can hear the train coming. It's rolling around the bend. Literally, I can hear trains going. "Rrrr."
Does everyone have their answers in? Is everyone locked in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. So around the horn again. Jabberjaw, who do you
I'm
got?
gonna say Big Van Vader.
That's, I believe, I had Vader, so that's probably the same guy.
That's the
right?
same guy.
All right, TJ, who do you have?
I'm wrong.
Okay. Troy, who do you got?
Vader.
Vader. So we have two for two over there. Matt, you gotta say it, buddy.
Vader.
Matt, you have to say what your answer is.
Oh, I did. Vader. Vader.
Okay.
It's Vader time.
All right. So you guys are all 2 for 2 on the bottom there. Nick's 1 for 2. So keep track of the score there. So this next one is a 3-part. It's not as in depth as my last 2 questions, but I'm sorry, no, this is a 2-parter. I changed it. So it's actually a 2-parter. So you have to get both parts. If you get one of the 2 parts, you get partial credit. So who did Stone Cold Steve Austin defeat at King of the Ring 1996 to become that year's winner? 2-parter.
How is that 2 parts?
So he has to. There was 2 matches in 1996 of King of the Ring, the semifinals and the finals.
Oh, so you want me to know who he defeated both?
Yes.
Oh shit!
If you got one or the other,
I
that's
got
fine.
one. That's it. I'm not getting 2.
As long as you have one, that's fine. You get partial credit.
Partial credit's trash. All right, I don't believe that crap.
Well,
Either
no,
right
too bad.
or you're wrong. That's it.
You get it anyway. Matt, you look like Matt looks like he's taking the LSAT right now. Look at him.
You know what? It's the second one that I'm having a little trouble.
We don't have all night, so it doesn't
I
matter.
think I might have it. So
Man, if you don't have this, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
Yeah. How's everyone else finding the questions? Difficult? Troy, what are we matching up here? You like it?
Yeah. I had to think for a second. I was like, we reviewed this show on my podcast, so I had to think back. I was like,
so he had a little advantage. He studied the test without even knowing.
By the way, Big
Yeah.
Van Vader also is the father of Frankie Stechino on Boy Meets World.
yeah,
Exactly. Yep. That's why
Big Frankie and Little Frankie. Yeah,
Big Frankie and Little Frankie, yes.
That's why I picked that one.
Vader's name is not Frankie.
No.
No. All right. So Nick, Jabba Joe, what do we got?
I only know one, Jake the Snake Roberts.
And it is. Give him 1
That's who
point.
he
Sal.
defeated to win. And thus, Bible thumping Jake the Snake. You talk about your John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says, "I just whooped your ass."
TJ.
I'm wrong. I said Shawn Michaels.
Okay. So, Troy, what do we got?
I had to. They're out of order because I was like, who did he defeat first? And it came to me: Mark Marrow and Jake Roberts.
Yes, that is correct. Give him 2 points there. Sal.
Marrow busted his mouth. He had to go get stitched up before the main event.
yeah.
Look at that.
Marvelous
Little-
Mark
it's not
Marrow.
behind the scenes.
He was
I
a
only
wild
got
man
one.
at the time.
I got Jake
Wow,
the
man.
Snake. My other choice was Savio Vega, but as soon as you said Mark Marrow, I remembered the stitches, not knowing what happened, and that's a good one.
Yeah. All right, Sal, who'd you get?
Mark Marrow and Jake Roberts.
Wow, the youngin coming through.
I just start rewatching WWF.
Whoa.
Jesus.
You should hear our review of that show. We kind of go in depth on some of that stuff.
Oh, there you go. So there you go. Check out the King of the Ring 1996 podcast for the main event marks. So
Cheap
number
plug.
4 we have here. Name the 4 members of the Union, aka Up Yours. So this is a 4-pointer. Actually, this is the one that was a 4-pointer. Sorry, I don't know why I said 3 before. 4-pointer. And then I'll give you a bonus point if you could figure out what Up Yours stands for. And you don't have to write that one down. If you know it, you could say it later. So I need a little Jeopardy music. Do 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 do. I feel like TJ's tuned it out here.
Yeah,
This one was tough, TJ. I purposely made it hard.
Wait,
because
there's a bonus, you said?
if you could get the what Up Yours stands for, because they're the Union, but they're AKA, also known as Up Yours.
This is a tough one. Wow.
Yeah,
Dang, you really
this is not
took my
Final
cap.
Jeopardy either.
You outdid yourself.
How many did you say? 4?
There's
4
4
members of the Union.
They weren't around very long.
Yeah.
But
Nope,
I
they
can-
were
No, they were not.
1938s, and that's it.
And they used to go against the corporate ministry. That's why they formed.
Yeah.
Give you that help. That's a little hint in case anyone needs it. Does anyone need more time? We're gonna.
No, I got it.
I think I'm not going to get the 4th guy.
All right, let's start with Sal this time. Let's go around the other way. Sal, what do we got?
All right, I got Mankind, Test, Big Show, and Ken Shamrock.
That is correct. Yes, I was just double checking your answers against my answer sheet, and you are correct, sir.
I
Matt,
have the same as well. Test, Big Show, Shamrock, and Mankind.
okay.
Do you want the bonus?
We'll do it later. We'll do it later.
All right.
Troy, who do you got?
I got 3 out of 4. I couldn't remember the fourth guy. I put Albert, Test, Big Show, Ken Shamrock.
Correct. Oh, well, partially correct. So give him 3 points there, Sal.
So
TJ's not going to give an answer. I don't doubt. He will.
So if you look closely, I wrote Mankind, Big Show, Test, and then I started writing Ken Shamrock, and I was like, wait, he was in the corporation, and I scribbled it out. And then integrity check, when he said Ken Shamrock, I didn't try to sit here and be like, oh, wait, hold on, Ken Shamrock. I originally wrote it and then crossed it out.
Well, that's good. All right. Well,
With a
then
hat
give
like
Nick,
that, I knew you had integrity.
yeah, give 3
How
more
many
points.
I got one of the 3 eyes.
He got 3 of them. Remember, the union was formed actually after the corporation broke up and became the corporate ministry, right? Is that correct? And they were to pay against the corporate ministry. So does anyone know what Up Yours stands for? I'll give you a bonus point.
I can't remember, honestly.
I remember
don't
they
know.
had 2x4s.
They did have
walked
two by
around with
fours.
I remember
the
the
2x4s.
And for a
And
split
don't
second,
know
I was like, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, wasn't he in that? And then I was
if
like,
that was part of like their picketing. Like they
Yeah.
said they were gonna like shove it up their ass. I don't remember. Like that's the only thing I could remember.
Wasn't Vince involved with that? I remember Vince
no, he
being
was
in
the
the ring with them.
opposition.
He was the
corporate-
opposition.
corporate.
to them.
Yeah, but I remember Vince being in the
At
ring with
first.
a 2x4.
At first, Vince
With
was
them.
until he did the "It's me, Austin."
Yeah.
Which
Which you
Matt
can tune into
ever
last
so
week's
lovingly impersonated last week on the show.
He did, yes. So Up Yours, since no one knows, it stands for the Union of People You Ought to Respect, son.
Oh, I remember that now. All right.
Mick Foley, you are
Fuck
so
what I had.
talented.
All right. This is the final Jeopardy. Everyone write down your points. So Sal, give us
Wait,
the
how many
final
points do I
tally.
have?
What's the tally?
All right. I have 10. Troy has 9. Matt has 9. Nick has 6. And TJ with a goose egg.
That would be me too, TJ.
I'm gonna wager them all.
This is why I'm hosting now, because I cannot do wrestling trivia. I can only host. Apparently, I do pretty good with questions though. So, all right, this is a tough one. So everyone, put up your points. Sal, what are we risking? You're the leader here.
I'm putting them all up. 10 points.
Wow, he's put up all 10. Nick, 6, and Matt, what do we got?
All in, baby.
All 9. Troy, I guess you're gonna have to go all in if you want to win this.
Yeah, I'll go all 9.
All 9. All right, then. Here is the final question. If it's too hard, let me know. I'll give a secondary one. All right. Name the main event of the WWF In Your House 25 Judgment Day that took place on October 18th, 1998 at the Rosemont Horizon in Rosemont, Illinois.
Jeez.
And then just for clarification, Judgment Day was actually at all the WWF In Your Houses that actually became an actual pay-per-view moving forward as Judgment Day.
I like DX in your house.
What year was this? Judgment Day. What year?
It was 1998,
98.
October 18th, 1998, the Rosemont Horizon in Rosemont,
It's a
Illinois.
tough one.
It's a tough one. This is why it's Final Jeopardy, boys. We have
Listen, actually, I like this question. I don't know if I know it though, but I like it.
wrestling trivia. We come hard here at the Scoreboard Addict podcast. If you wanna win, you got to know a lot about your wrestling history. So we got a little.
I might be wrong on this one. All right.
Everyone's faces are struggling. Is everyone ready?
Wait, what year was it?
1998.
Oh, 98? Fuck. Wrong.
I feel like this was the pay-per-view before, but I'll go with it.
All right, let's go around. We'll go with TJ, who's the lowest with the 0 point wrist.
I drew a picture of Miss Kitty's boobs from memory.
That was actually pretty solid.
Get me flustered over here.
We're gonna have to go over that out.
I think that deserves at least 2 points, 2 boobs.
2 points for sure.
Give him, we're gonna We're gonna deviate here. Give him 3 points, Sal. Let him finish with 3 points. Dick, what do we got?
I put down Mankind versus The Rock.
Oh,
That is a good guess, but that is incorrect.
Yeah, I figured as much.
All right. Let's go with Troy. What do we got?
I'm wrong, but Stone Cold versus The Undertaker.
That is actually extremely close. This is actually a really good guess, but you are incorrect.
Yeah.
Matt, hopefully no one. You can't change your answer, Matt. This is integrity here. Flip them over. Let's see.
No, I'm reading it and then I'm going to flip it. I have Austin versus Dude Love with Vince as the ref.
God,
No.
That was
Big-
Unforgiven.
Sal, what do we got?
Undertaker versus Kane.
He's got it.
Wow!
Yo. Holy shit.
Wait a minute. Was that when Stone Cold was the ref?
Ding, ding, ding. I wish we had
Nice.
the soundboard. Sal, 100%.
I thought that was
nailed it.
SummerSlam. That's why I got confused. All
I
right.
am super proud of our intern. We put him up. We're like, here comes the questions. We
That's-
want to see what you know,
wow.
Sal, and you
Wow.
aced this test. Sal
was
is our
awesome.
week 3 champion of the Scoreboard Addict Trivia, and you
Golf
nailed
clap.
that question. That question
We're
was
not
beautiful.
worthy.
So
We're
Troy
not
was, Troy was very close because Troy was involved in Undertaker and Stone Cold, but it was Stone Cold was our special guest referee, and it was Kane versus Undertaker.
It was
So-
some combo of Undertaker, Kane, and
Yeah.
Austin for like a year. So
I was thinking
Mhm.
Roadblock, the triple threat
Yeah.
/ handicap match. That's what I first thought of. But I think the one I wrote was Unforgiven.
yeah, it was Unforgiven. That was the main event. That was also the first Inferno match, Kane and Undertaker.
Yes.
Wow.
I thought
for
it-
years they said that Kane was that was his specialty match, was the Inferno match, but he never won.
Yeah.
Never
You
won.
could almost put money down that he was the only one that had all his clothes on, so he was going to get set on fire.
He would like go
Yeah.
under the ring apron, put on the fire sleeve, and all of a sudden he's coming out with like a North Face bubble jacket on his arm.
So the first two
and
times
then he
his hand,
trips into the flame.
the first two times that he got set on fire, one was his boot that was clearly covered in alcohol or something, and the second time was his glove that was clearly covered in alcohol. And for some reason, he decided, I'm going to touch X-Pac with this glove, which I wish he would have because X-Pac sucks. And then somebody came over and sprayed him.
Well, now that I'm thinking about that event was in North Carolina, which is the home of Ric Flair, who was having contract disputes with WCW at the time. And he was literally in a car
Wow.
circling the building
Come on.
with his son.
Alex Rodriguez is not overrated.
At the ripe old age,
I do agree
of
about the TDs.
10,000 years
The
old,
A-Rod
Ric
is
Flair
not
was circling
overrated.
the arena. Yes.
Listen, if David Ortiz is in the Hall of Fame, then
I can't believe Matt
Everyone's up
agreed
for
to all of
grabs
that.
now.
Matt agrees to all of that. That's in the disclaimer. It's crazy. He does this every week. He agrees to random things to come on the show. I just don't get it.
Alex
Well,
Rodriguez.
I didn't notice that.
so
this is terrible.
Troy, thank you so much for being on. We do appreciate
thanks.
you. Once again, we do have a commercial for you before you leave, but we also have this. I pulled up your things. This is where you could find them at Main Event Marks. They're available Spreaker, Apple, Spotify, and wherever you listen to podcasts similar to us. We're both part of the Belly Up Sports Network. So, Troy, we appreciate you coming on. Hopefully, you could join us again in the future. We do have a different guest for next week already lined up, and then I have one for 2 weeks out. So, if you want to get back in line, let us know. We'll bring you back on if you want to try to tempt the Rook's crazy wrestling trivia. That's was pretty difficult, right? What do you give my grade on these questions?
Oh, man, it was obscure. So some of it. So I like that. That makes it harder when it's a little more obscure.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I do appreciate it once again. Matt, thank you again for joining us the second straight week. We do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed the questions. The only thing that was missing was like cue cards because they were on point. They were super professional. very professional podcast.
The
I
cue
hate
card
it.
is he blows goats. I have proof.
Matt, when I make this podcast my full time, I'll start writing up index cards for you.
Dude, at the very least, you need a game show blazer or something like that. Something with
Right?
checkers on it.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, I'll do. I do have the
A
star
microphone?
blazer. I'll do it next
Yeah,
time.
Get the long microphone.
Exactly. There we go.
Yeah, the long microphone. Oh, that is funny. All right. Well, thank you, Matt. Thank you, Troy. We do
Before
appreciate
Matt goes, again, Matt and I have been doing a little something on the side under the Scoreboard Addicts purview. We're going to have our, again, that is called In This Very Squared Circle. And if anybody who watches wrestling knows that that's a Vince McMahon reference, in that very ring. But there's already a podcast with that name, so throw a little squared circle in there because of Matt. He's doing it with me a little bit. You'll see some quick clips, our favorite WrestleMania moments leading up to the WrestleMania. We'll have some discussion about our favorite wrestlers, our Mount Rushmores of wrestling, if you will. We'll throw a lot of shade at WCW, and it'll be a good time. You'll see that coming out over the course of the next few weeks leading up to Mania, which, by the way, I thought about it today. God, like, Vince McMahon's a fucking genius because that's a great name for a fucking pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania.
Like, just think about that. Go back in time.
See, it's pretty simple.
Go back in time 30-something years, right? And name something. And now it just sounds like it belongs.
I think actually Howard Finkel, the announcer, came up with it. I think he gave the idea for that because I remember him in an interview. He said Beatlemania, talked about Beatlemania, and then
that's right,
named WrestleMania.
You guys are fucking nerds.
Yeah, I know.
All right, well, thank you, Troy, again for joining us. I know you got to go.